Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome. Welcome one. Welcome all to, again, I apologize for how late I was. I was a little distracted, and I'll talk about what I was a little distracted with at the end of the stream, depending on something. But let's just say it's friends support friends. I know, right? I can't believe it. I was so late. And I was just making fun of Madcap earlier for being late to his stream. Wow, what kind of monster am I? I'm such a hypocrite. I also blame the fact that, yes, I was distracted. I was a little distracted, but it's not my fault. Also, I would like to talk about a little something. No, I have mentioned some blue sky. How is it my fault? And don't say it's because you're the one who got distracted. Because you're... Well, actually, that is the reason. It is my fault. Fuck! I'll go cry in a corner now. Thanks, bye. I logicked it into my own... I logicked my own... my own fault. Damn, why does logic and reasoning has to be so sound? Anyways, what were we talking about again? Oh, right. I wanted to talk about something before stream started. I wanted to give a little more detail, but I don't have like full details. But it's like what I'm thinking. Fuck you! Honestly, to be fair, you're doing a great job. Anyways, back to what I was gonna talk about. So, if you follow me on Blue Sky, which you probably should, yeah, friends support friends. Like I said, if it's still going on by the time I wrap up, you know exactly what I'm doing tonight. At the end, you know exactly who I'm raiding tonight. Yep, given Alexa's alive. Anyways, I need to stop being distracted. Yep. Anyways, on Blue Sky yesterday, I tweeted out about how I want to do a Pokemon randomized Nuzlocke. Well, I thought about it more today at work, and not only do I want to do a randomized Nuzlocke, I want to do so many ROM hacks. Okay, there's only like one I really want to do. But I'm just like, it's like I don't want to take away from the main streams. I mean, like Tuesday, Thursday streams. So it's like, well, with Wednesday, I'm only busy sometimes of the year, like this time of the year. But when that frees up, I can I got nothing going on Wednesdays nights, and I was like, that's when we could do Pokemon stuff, like ROM hacks and randomizers and Nuzlocks and all those fun stuff. It's gonna be a fun joy. When will that start? Don't quite know yet, because I have to look into what game. Most of the thing is my big problem with the randomized Nuzlocke is I don't know which game I want to randomize. I want to pick a game I know well. And so So it really just leaves me with like the first 4 generations. But probably not one of the Johto ones because your girl never even completed Soul Silver. Guilty as charged. And I can't even say I was a dumb little kid. I was thinking Fire Red. Like the two I'm thinking about are doing either like Sapphire or Fire Red because those 2 are the ones I know the best. You know? I grew up with those 2. Well, technically, I grew up with Leaf Green, but Fire Red's basically the same thing. When it comes to a randomizer, Fire Red, Leaf Green, same game. Right? Yeah. Anyways, but I will leave the rest of that of what my thinking and planning on is to over on probably Blue Sky and stuff. For now, I think I shall be a lawyer. A great lawyer. An ace attorney, one might say. Episode 3, Turnabout Academy.
Themis Legal Academy, a prestigious high school with alumni in the highest echelons of the legal world.
Wait a second. Isn't this where Eustace Winter went? I think it was. She was stabbed. October 24th, 1:25 p.m. Themis Legal Academy. Oh no! I'm gonna be late! Is that Carl? But was she stabbed 37 times in the chest? Finally. So this is it. The illustrious Themis Legal Academy. This is where the place where many distinguished words, lawyers and prosecutors got their start. He's a llama with a hat. But what is a llama in a relationship to a goat? You know? Who knows? We're no animal scientists here. When news spread that Mr. Wright had gotten his attorney's badge back, he received a call from the school asking him to pay a visit. Mr. Wright brought us along, hoping we'd learn something from the experience. But no, I had to go and blow it by getting here 30 minutes late. At least it's not all business today. After all, today's their school festival. October 24th, 1:29 p.m. Themis Legal Academy, floor 1 hallway. Wow, this place has the school festival written all over it. Literally. But why all the cold stairs? Is it because everyone's in a school uniform except me? Well, I like the way I dress. Imagine if I had her in the school uniform outfit. I don't, but what if I did? I mean, I could go back and quickly change that. Wonder where Mr. Wright and Apollo are. Your attention, please. This is an announcement from the mock trial committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and faculty, please proceed at once to the lecture hall. Thank you. Sounds like a mock trial is about to start. But where's this lecture hall? Looks all the students and faculties are heading that way. Might as well join them. Maybe I'll find Mr. Wright and Apollo there. So, the murder hasn't happened yet, right? I'm assuming so. Lemus Henry, 3rd floor, lecture hall. This must be the lecture hall. Wow, they spent some serious money on this place. The district court can't even compete. Hey, Asina, over here! Ah, Mr. Wright, Apollo! I've been looking for you too. I'm so sorry I'm late. It's okay. Sorry we couldn't wait for you. But we didn't want to be late for our meeting. Lucky for you, the person we're supposed to meet also seems to be running late. Mr. Wright, Mr. Justice, it seems Prophet Court has yet to arrive. How unprofessional of her to keep visitors of our esteemed institution waiting like this. He's the murderer. I'm kidding, no. I shall make her right. I will not. Oh, who do we have here? Oh, right. You haven't been introduced yet. He looks like he really does. Ah, yes. You must be the young lady Mr. Wright was telling me about. I am Astral Means, a professor at this hallowed hall of learning. I oversee the lawyer course here. It is a pleasure to meet you. I'm Asina Sykes, and I just recently got my attorney badge myself. It's nice to meet you too. How wonderful. So vigorous and vivacious. You'll just earn yourself a gold star. I love gold stars. Wow, thanks. That big smile of his is kind of scary though. At least, looks like the mock trial is about to begin. What are we going to do about our meeting? Oh, speaking of mock trial, do you even know what it's about? Oh, but I thought we had sent a pamphlet to your office. Right, the pamphlet. Whatever happened to that? Ah, of course, Phoenix for misplacing stuff. What, his biggest smile? Yeah, no, I don't like it either. But, you know, at least his smile was better than the whole embodiments of Florence LaBelle. Unfortunately, it didn't work as advertised. It seems that I had a better explain the situation then. I don't understand what that means! I don't know what that means! I haven't seen solo leveling yet! Thank you, Professor. Here's my badge. What a magnificent presentation technique. Both your timing and speed were impeccable. Speed? You mean speed's important when you're presenting evidence too? Absolutely. The speed and approach angle theorems are the first things we teach here. I believe Mr. Wright and others like him already made extensive use of them. You do, boss. So off-putting. Well, to some degree, I guess. It's never even crossed my mind. This lawyer thing is deeper than I thought. Now, does anyone have any questions? I do, Professor. Could you tell me about your school? Oh, by the way, this is as close as I get to raising a hand. I mean, I guess I could do something like that. Oh, fuck. Guess I can't move my hand. Just me and my hand. This is the closest I'll get to raising a hand right now. Because that's immediately when I do, Professor! As I raise my hand. What an excellent question. Here's a gold star for asking. Does he like to give out gold stars? Our academy has 3 courses to choose from. Students seeking to be lawyers take the lawyer course. Likewise, budding prosecutors take the prosecutor course, and future judges, the judge course. Wow! You have everything here from someone who seriously wants to pursue a career in law. Yes, well, that does make our school special. And today, even more so. After all, we are to be treated to a lecture by the legendary attorney, Phoenix Wright. We can't wait to hear all about his return to the legal profession. Oh, it's been 8 years. You're giving a lecture, Mr. Wright? But you're not even a professor. Yeah, well, I'm just giving them what they want. Did you even know you were meant to be giving a lecture here today? Yeah, sort of, but I came early because I was supposed to have a meeting with the head of the judge course, Constance Corte. It's been a whirlwind of a morning. Let's leave it at that. Oh, Apollo, you doing okay there, buddy? Professor Court. She is a wonderful instructor, but quite unpunctual. So that's who's late. From what I heard, our esteemed Mr. Wright is here. Is scheduled to hold a training seminar tomorrow, and in addition, today's lecture. So we're going to be here a lot, I take it. A training seminar? For lawyers? What exactly does it involve? Why, it involves the very skills that make a lawyer a lawyer. The arm and the angle when shouting objection. The proper way to strike the podium. Ah, yes! The proper desk slam. Ow. Am I... Is my objection lacking because of my arm angle? I wonder. How to protect one's voice. And utmost importantly, how to bluff your way to victory. Yes. Yes. Very good that we get they ran the miss. Now that he has his badge back, the legend! Phoenix right here. Huh? Who exactly do you want me to teach stuff like that to again? What a wonderful question. You just earned yourself a gold star. The great honor of taking a seminar by the famous lawyer and a famous prosecutor. That is what the stakes this mock trial. The crown jewel of the school festival. Wait. The mock trial in question is a prestigious event that every student aspires to win. The top student in the law course and the top student in the prosecutor course face off in a simulated court case set in this very school. As for the case itself, we selected the best script written by a judge course student and base our court on that case on that. Ooh, a one-on-one battle? How thrilling! So if it's the student studying to be a lawyer wins, they get to take my training seminar? But what if the other student wins? I'm not a prosecutor, so there's no cause for alarm. We have a famous prosecutor ready just for such a case. But exactly who it is? Well, it's a special surprise! Well, it's either Ethris, Francesca, or Calver Gavin. Because no way in hell it's Blackwell. Dude's probably rotting away in his cell right now. Sorry. Love the man, but still, yeah. A famous prosecutor? No, it can't be. Professor Means, forgive me for interrupting you and your guests. I'm Juniper Woods, a senior in the judge course. Professor, the trial will begin shortly. Since you'll be delivering the pre-trial speech, would you mind waiting up in the balcony until we're ready for you? My, how very organized are you, Juniper. And you earned yourself a gold star, too. He's handing them out like candy. But what about the Professor Court? Well, I suppose she'll eventually arrive. Now then, I trust you will look after our visitors, Juniper. Yes, of course, Professor Means. Juniper? Juniper Woods? Is that you? Athena? I almost didn't recognize you. I didn't know you were back from Europe. Wait, you two know each other? Now that's a coincidence. We know each other. We've known each other since we were kids. We're like best friends, right, Jeannie? Yes. Well, we live so close to each other, so we used to play in the forest together. Yeah, it's like a lot. Like a lot. Why won't you look at me? I guess I shouldn't be surprised since we haven't seen each other in a long time. Anyways, we're supposed to go wait in the waiting room, right? So don't have a star. What do you mean you don't have a star emote? I wouldn't mind taking in the mock trial you're putting on today. Unfortunately, the mock trial is only for students and faculty. There is one seat reserved for Mr. Wright, but no other exceptions are allowed. Yes, I'm very sorry, but it's a part of the student curriculum after all. I hope you won't mind remaining in the waiting room until the trial concludes. Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping to learn something new today. I'll tell you what, Polo. Why don't you take my place? What? Really? Sure. Besides, I'd like to meet with Professor Cora as soon as she gets here. Oh, no fair! I want to see the mock trial too! Sorry, I'm gonna let Polo pull over the links he has. So Polo gets to pull a little bit of rank! Actually, technically it would be seniority, because Apollo's got a whole year on Athena. But of course, Mr. Wright, if that is what you wish. It's settled then. We'll expect a full and detailed report, Apollo, so pay attention. Being the new kid sure stinks. If you would please follow me, I'll escort you down to the waiting room on the first floor. October 24th, 2:15 p.m. See Miss Legal Academy. First floor, waiting room. Still no Professor Court. It's been over 30 minutes. And Mr. Wright's snoozing away on the sofa. Oh no! Athena, protect the man! We don't need it happening twice! This is so boring. I should have hidden in the lecture hall and spied on the mock trial. Crash! What was that? Athena, I could have sworn I just heard something fall down and break. Hey, it didn't fall on you this time. If you go running now, they'll think it was you. Well, it wasn't me. I think it came from somewhere outside. Oh, well, we better go have a look. Seeing as if everyone else is in the lecture hall. Okay. Is this the stage for some sort of concert? It kind of reminds me of a courtroom. Wait, Athena, behind the witness stand. What? Eek! Professor Court! Can you hear me? Professor? Wait, that's who we were supposed to be meeting with? Looks like our meeting's been canceled for us. No way! This can't be real! I called the police. They should be here soon. I'll go tell everyone in the lecture hall too. No, wait. They'll find out soon enough once the police get here. Let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded around here. Huh? Are we even allowed to do that? It's no big deal. As long as we leave it exactly the way we found it. Plus, no, never mind. Anyways, we should look around while the scene's still fresh. But, okay, you're the boss. Well, what if we do it? Ah, shiny new attorney's badge. Brings back memories. I heard that countless people live in dread of your pointer finger. Were you really that scary back then, Mr. Wright? Strike one. I always just been as you see me here. Except for now you have a new vest. And a locket. A harmless sheep in wolf's clothing. Strike two. Do you have an old picture of yourself? Wait, never mind. I'm not sure if I want to see that. See it. Strike three. You're out. In addition to checking the body, we should also check the area around it. We don't have much time. Check only what you can. Nervous, Athena? Yes! I mean, no! Apollo didn't bat an eye at the Elderman's body during that case in the Ninetales Vale. Yeah, he's also like 8 years older. I can't let him show me up. I can do this. Just take a deep breath and focus. So, Professor Court was... Yep, the professor I was here to meet with. Turns out she wasn't running late after all. How awful. Here she was lying dead and we saw she was late. What was that you were saying before, boss? You never finished. Oh, that? Don't worry. I'll fill you in. Later. But right now, let's focus on the investigation, okay? Okay, sure. Ugh! The suspension's killing me! Okay, now let's examine. We should start by studying the body. I wonder what the best angle is for that. Oh yes, I forgot we could do this. Ugh. I guess I really do have to examine the body. Well, I guess I better get used to stuff like this if I want to be a full-fledged lawyer. What do we have here? A book? I'm guessing it fell out of her chest pocket. Wait, if that's her diary, it's the most personal thing a girl has! True, but considering the situation at hand, my apologies to the late Professor Court. No, don't! 22nd, report, need to speak with Hugh O'Connor. 23rd, meet with Hugh about that report yesterday, important. 24th, 9 a.m., prepare for mock trial confirmation. 1 p.m., meet with Mr. Wright about training seminar. 2 p.m., mock trial begins. Every page seems to have the same word, marking print. Same sword. The same sword mark print on every printed on that. At that. I still think a girl deserves her privacy, but it may help us solve the case. Notice anything strange about the body? Take a deep breath and then take a good look. Well, now that you mention it, there is no blood around it. Yet the victim's body is cold and rigor mortis has already started to dissipate. It would appear that quite some time has passed since Professor Court was murdered. Thing is, the quad was packed with students up until the start of the mock trial. Wait, then doesn't that mean she was killed at a different location? Oh, I know! The killer moved the body here while everyone was in the lecture hall. That's a definite possibility. Notice anything else? Her arms are raised over her head and there's a dark bruises around her wrist. Yeah, the professor was probably tied up with something. Eventually her wrists were unbound and as she reached up to the stretch, she was killed? Actually, I'm not so sure about this theory. Well, there's not exactly a lot to go on. Ugh, there's an arrow stuck in her side. Gun wounds and a stab wound are pretty common, but arrow wounds? This is homicide any way you slice it. In other words, we have a murder on our hands. A murder? Here? So that makes this arrow a murder weapon. Well, that's how the bow... and the bow that was shot it. Right, but where could the killer have shot her from? The stage is a sea of obstructions. I'm no expert on archery, but it can't easily hit a target with this much stuff around. Would it be possible to kill somebody by stabbing them with an arrow? I'm not sure. Guess we better do some more investigation before jumping to conclusions. I think that's about all we're going to find out about from the body for now. Nice work, Asina. Your face only turns 5 shades of pale. I was expecting 50. We should probably take a picture of the crime scene just in case. Okay, I'm on it. Click. Say cheese! Cheese. And I thought I was the one with the twisted sense of humor. Oh, come on, Phoenix. You're a dad, so you're supposed to have the punny jokes, okay? I think that should do it. Alright, let's take a better look around the area while we wait for the police to arrive. This pile of rubble sticks out like a sore thumb. It looks like a broken pottery or plaster. Maybe this was the source of the noise we heard. There were supposedly 2 statues on the stage. I seem to recalling a co-ed from the Fine Arts Club made them. There were 2? Then that thing over there is the remains of the other statue? This could be related to the case. Let's take a closer look. Wonder what this was a statue of. Whatever it was a reddish purple in color. When Apollo and I first got here, both statues were already here, but they were covered up. I bet they were waiting for to reveal them when the school festival moved here to the stage. You mean this duffel bag looking thing was actually being used to cover the statues? I guess just that leaves the question. Were they broken by accident or on purpose? What a puzzle this is. There's something buried in the rubble. The Themis Herald? Wait! We shouldn't disturb it. Let's just read it what we can. The final act in the Torrid Love Triangle centered on campus She-Devil Juniper Woods. Level-headed lawyer, course and genius, and hot-blooded prosecutor, course student, will go head-to-head in a mock trial battling for the She-Devil's black heart. Hugh O'Connor has declared that he will confess to her if he wins. Wait, what? I seriously wish I hadn't read that. Great! I'm dealing with another love triangle in these fucking games! I secretly love it, though. You find what's more shocking than discovering shocking than discovering the murder victim's body? But we're talking about my friend Junie here. She'd never lead guys on like that. Asina, you don't believe everything you read, do you? This article is clearly written with a malice intent. I'm not buying a word of it. You're right, but it's still disturbing, even if it is a third-rate tabloid material. Mr. Wright! Asina! Oh, here comes Apollo! I've never seen anyone move so fast. Listen, something big's happened. I was at the mock trial when the police announced the body has been found on campus. That's right, and we're the ones who phoned it in. We found Professor Court dead behind the witness stand over there. What? Can you show me? What the? We've already had a quick look at the body. It's definitely a homicide. Once the police gets here... No, I know it's a homicide. I'm shocked because it's the same. Exactly the same. Whoa there, Apollo. Take a deep breath and explain what you mean. It's the same. The body, that is. It's just like how it was in the mock trial. What? It's like the mock trial? I know. It sounds crazy, but... The body's location and position, the murder weapon, the lack of pooling of blood. It's all exact like the mock trial. You're kidding, right? It can't really all be the same, can it? October 24th, CMS Legal Academy, 3rd floor, lecture hall. The whole school's in an uproar. There won't be any more classes today. A murder on campus. That's the last thing I expected at a legal academy. I'll go tell Professor Means what we observed when we discovered the body. You two wait here until you've spoken with the police. Yes, boss. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe we have to wait around here. I can't stay still at times like these. I hope Jeannie hasn't fainted from the shock of this whole thing. Ah! Asina! Asina, there you are. Ginny! I'm glad to see you. I was worried that... Don't worry about me. I'm student council president after all. I need to be strong. Student council president? Wow, I'm impressed. She really changed. She used to be kind of sickly and shy. Juniper, was it? You mind if we ask you a few questions? Yeah, we're stuck here waiting for the police, and there's really not much to do. Sure. What would you like to know? This is my badge. That's your attorney's badge, isn't it? I really envy you, you know. That gold sunflower really suits you. Thanks, but I know you'll just make a fabulous judge someday, Junie. Thank you, but even if I become a judge, I'll never have one of those sunflower badges. Wait, so she's only envious of me for the badge? Asina, you know it's against the school rules for you to have such things in your possession. I show my attorney's badge to everyone. Apollo does it because I do it as Apollo. A Phoenix does it because I do it as Phoenix. Everybody gets a badge in their face. They even do it to each other. As student council president, I'm afraid I'll have to confiscate that. Hand it over, please. But this is important evidence. Oh well, then I suppose we can make an exception just this once. It's not a me problem! I like to see what people think of my badge! Oh man, I sound like a narcissist when I say that. Wow, she's one tough law and order type of president, all right. Also, can I just say one thing about that? I don't even go to the school. Oh, so that's... Sorry, but I couldn't help reading it. You always were popular with the guys. That's not true. I was never... You just didn't realize it, but that made you even more irresistible. It's been 7 years, but I still remember how all the boys wanted to be near you. I bet you used to get all excited when the guys handed you a love letter. And then got real bummed out when he'd let you say, "Could you give this to Juniper for me?" Ugh! How did he know? I'm sure it's just a lucky guess, but why did it have to be Apollo of all people? I swear, these two give off serious sibling energy. Hey, just save that prompt for like if we ever do Gartic again. Because I would gladly draw that as like a Gartic prompt. I haven't seen you in ages, Junie. What has it been? 7 years or so? Yes, and I remember how you were always there for me, Athena. Maybe it's just me, but I wanted to ask you why you seem so distant. Remember how you used to call me Athena? I liked it better that way. Felt like we were sisters, you know? Yes, but I'm student council president now. And as the student representative of CMS Legal Academy, I has to act properly. She was never this stiff and formal before. I knew you wanted to be a judge, but I didn't expect this. It's such a prestigious school. And you're in the judge course to boot. Yes. And Professor Court has been in charge of it until, well, you know. Oh, right. Professor Court was the professor in charge of Junie's course. What sort of teacher was Professor Court? If I had to sum her up in a single word, I'd say she was amazing. I just must always seek the truth. That's what that was her mantra. She used to use it in trying to fix what was wrong with our school. She was a beacon of hope in this dark age of the law. What's wrong with your school? What do you mean by that? Oh, nothing. Never mind. Am I imagining things, or did I just detect something in Junie's voice? Professor Court would chose my script for the mock trial. Oh, you mean all of the students in the judge course had to submit a script? And yours was the one she selected? Wow, that's amazing, Junie! Thank you, but now Professor Court would do such a thing. Just yesterday, we were working together, trying to get the things ready. Excuse me. Are you alright, Junie? Maybe you should take it easy for a while. So she still got that cough. I guess she's still not as strong as she pretends to be. Oh! This must be the case that leads to Turnabout Countdown. Why do you need a script in a showdown between a lawyer and a prosecutor? Well, we were simulating a trial, so we needed a script as a framework. All the details about the incident and the people involved are included in the script. We also prepared a crime scene, photos, a murder weapon, and other kinds of evidence. Wow, you guys think of everything. Must be hard getting all that ready. Yes, well, it was only Professor Court and I. After all, we didn't want the script or other elements of the mock trial to getting leaked. We were the only ones in the entire school who knew of all the details. Must have been a big pain it must have been really difficult. I wrote the script so that the case could go either way. That way, the defense and the prosecution both had an equal chance of winning. You think that's all she's capable of? You got another thing coming. Huh? Who said that? Juniper's genius doesn't stop at her brilliant script. She gave an award-winning performance as a defendant, man! I think I found a rival to my court of steel. Hugh, Robin, weren't you going to introduce yourselves to our guests? As student council president, I wouldn't have you treating them rudely. You're right. I heard Mr. Wright was bringing a couple of guests with him. That would be you two, Apollo Justice and Asina Sykes. Yep, I'm Asina Sykes. And I'm Apollo Justice. Nice to meet you. I'll pass on the handshake. I'm studying to be a lawyer. The name's Hugh O'Connor. But some call me Mr. Perfect because I never score less than 100% on tests. Huh, pick hockey, aren't we? Ugh, most pretentious introduction ever! What's with his hand? Is it glued to inside of his pocket or what? Yeesh. Let me be the first to apologize for Hugh's totally rude introduction! Sorry! God. Yeah, Apollo really does have a rival for his court of steel. Now, hear my intro! I'm Robin Newman! I'm studying to be a prosecutor. Like the really cool kind that nails the bad guys. No! Where's the sincerity? He makes pottery too? And what's like that brace like contraction for? Ginny sure has made some unusual friends. These two were the lawyers and the prosecutors in today's mock trial. And even though I wrote the script, I also played the part of the defendant. The final act in Torted Love Triangle centers on the campus She-Devil Juniper Woods. Level-head lawyer, course genius, and hot-blooded prosecutor, course student will go head-to-head in a mock trial for the She-Devil's Black Heart. Wait, these two are the guys who were supposedly have a thing for Junie? Juniper, come on, your world was way beyond just that. That's right! The mock trial is the start! She's also the school festival's main event! Live on the stage, Juniper Woods! And the crowd goes bananas. Woo! Every time. There's somebody in every trial. Oh, God. I still have to do Fulbright. I'm supposed to be singing at the school festival. All the other girls were too embarrassed to try out, so... Hi, Junie singing? On stage in front of people? Wow, she really has changed! Oh, wait, we don't have any new evidence to show her. I was responsible for making everyone's stage costumes. Oh, God. And this is what I'll be wearing. Apollo, don't get too traumatized now. That's amazing, Junie. But then again, you're always good at that kind of things. These constellations are particularly really something. Oh, thank you. One of my favorite things to do is look up at the stars in the middle of the forest. So you're a fan of the night sky then? Wow, Apollo, didn't know you were such a romantic. It's not like that. I have this friend, and he and I go way back, who really got me interested in space. Ah, so that's why Apollo likes horoscopes. Wait, you had friends when you were young? Color me surprised. As student council president, I cannot allow such a mean-spirited teasing to continue. Oh, come on! I said it before, and I'll say it till the day I finish the Spirit of Justice. Athena and Apollo are basically siblings. Which is ironic, because Shruti and Apollo actually are siblings. They just don't know it. But, you know, those two act like siblings too. Apollo just has this big brother energy to, like, all the girls at the Wright Anything Agency. I think she's angry. Stage costume. The costumes were no problem, but as for the singing, I'm not sure I... No! You can do it! That's right. And anyone who says otherwise will have to answer to me. It's like a chivalrous love triangle. A damsel in distress and the two knights in shining armor. Maybe that's the same as Harold's oracle. Wasn't too far off from the truth. Speaking of the latest news, I wonder how the mock trial turned out. So, how did the mock trial end? We were just about to reach a verdict when the police arrived. Now we'll never know how it would have turned out. I know, right? Such simps. I guess that's what happens when there's a real murder during a FERC murder trial. It ended right before the verdict? Talk about bad timing. I was this close, man! I bet I would have won! But I bet the defense wasn't doing too badly either, right? Apollo, you were there! Well, we'll settle this some other time. And I assure you, I will win when that time comes. Like I'm gonna let that happen! I don't think so! I hope they don't end up hurting each other. Don't worry. The three of us have been good friends since we enrolled here. We even have proof of our friendship. Proof? Like physical evidence proof? Yes, we are studying for a career in law, and in the legal world, evidence is everything. Yeah! So as long as our friendships last, you can bet we'll be carrying them around! Ah. The famed Themis Legal Academy in Trinity at work. So what exactly is this proof of friendship anyways? Well, it's a secret, and if I show you, it would be bad luck. Oh, okay. I knew it. There's definitely some discord in Junie's voice. Our friendship is sacred and invulnerable. It's not something to be put cheaply on display. Proof? We don't need no stinking proof. It's us three for our friends forever! Say that to when you guys get into actual courts. Oh, wait, no, we don't need that. I can hear discord in their voice, too. But they're talking about their friendship. What's going on here? Something wrong, Asina? No, it's nothing. Oh, alright, then. Hey, isn't that... Everyone stay right where you are! Don't move a muscle! I knew it was Fulbright. Detective Fulbright? Is something wrong? Why, isn't it my little lawyer friends? Sorry, but the small talk will have to wait. Juniper Woods, you're under arrest for the murder at Constant Court. I'm what? Wait a second. What's going on here? Why are you arresting Junie? Police Detective Fulbright. We're involved in this case too. Ah ha ha! So you're the lawyers at the lawyers the dispatch said were first on the scene. Technically, Apollo was not. I can't tell you everything, but I will say this: there are two major reasons for her arrest. Number one, the suspect led somebody to where the body was. I didn't. And number 2, the crime is exactly how the suspect is portrayed in her script. But you can't arrest her on just those grounds. True, but there's more. However, Prosecutor Blackwell specifically told me to say no more than that. So Blackwell's the prosecuting attorney on this one too. Detective Fulbright, we found this in the suspect's pocket. Why is there? Oh, there's blood on this! That's the evidence we made for the mock trial. A mock trial? Never heard of such a thing, but it sounds fishy to me. Real fishy! Where did he get his detectiveness from? Now, if you would, officers. Yes, sir! But I... Junie has to do something. I can't let her take her away like this. Now, if you excuse me, I have work to do.
Hold it! I refuse to believe that she's the killer! Junie! I've decided. I'm going to defend you. I'll fight with everything I've got. Lena. Junie, it's good to hear you say that name again.
Hey, to interrupt your bonding time, but aren't you rather new to all of this? You're barely even a lawyer. Well, I don't have that much experience, and I may need Apollo and Mr. Wright's help at times. But nobody believes in Junie as much as I do! Well, at least she's sticking to the #1 thing Phoenix has already told her, to believe in her client no matter what. I'll help you too, Juniper. There's no way you murdered your professor. Xena, Apollo, you both, I'm counting on you. We got your back, Junie. Guess things worked out after all. Now that you have your lawyers, Miss Woods, time for us to head back to the station. I can't believe Junie's been arrested for murder. I can't believe I accepted her case without asking Mr. Wright. Take a deep breath and relax, Xena. I'm here to help you with whatever you need. So let's get right on to the case. Right! I won't have this case left in the hands of Frank's amateurs. Says the guy who's not even a lawyer yet. If anyone's going to solve this case, it will be me. Time to investigate. Why, that smug little... He hasn't even finished law school! Oh! That was totally road! And you're not the only one on the case, man! I'm in too! Big time! Jennifer Woods, I'm gonna save you! God, I should stop yelling like that. Now that those two are gone, let's get back to what I was talking about in front of the stage. About the mock trial, that is. Oh, right! You said the victim's location, position, and so on were just like in the script. Exactly. But without the script or any of the props, it was kind of hard to explain. Perhaps I could help. Her forehead. Gavin! Prosecutor Gavin, what are you doing here? You two seem to know each other. Super great and introduce me. Is this your boyfriend, Apollo? sorry, I had to make the joke. It was kind of sitting right in front of me. Why, I do believe we have a fresh face here. Greetings, Fraudulent. I am Calvin Gavin. Some know me as a prosecutor. But I'm most famous for my former rock band. Alright, the Gaviners broke up at the end of Apollo's Justice. We were quite popular, you know. But regrettably, the band went kaboop. Well, yeah, that's because one of the band members murdered somebody. Perhaps you've heard of us, the Gavners. I was the lead vocalist. Never heard of your band. Then again, I was out in the country until only recently. But, can I get your autograph? You just met him like 3 seconds ago and you want his autograph. Forgive me, Frotlin, but I retired from the music biz. I'd be happy to offer you my autograph as a rockstar prosecutor, Calvin Gavin. Oh, okay. That one then. She's the lively one, eh, Forehead? Didn't know she was your type. She's the newest member of the Wright Anything Agency. That's all. And now, Kevin the Republican. Nice to meet you. I'm Asina Sykes. A pleasure to meet you too, Asina Sykes. Not that the intros are out of the way. I'm sure you have some questions for me, yeah, Forehead? May I ask you why you people present your attorney's badge like that? Because I'm a girl who loves shoving attorney's badges in people's faces. We've been over this. Oh wait, you weren't there for that. Did I have him? I think I had Apollo shove his attorney's badge in Calver's face in, I think it would have been Turnabout Serenade, actually. Saved it. It seems for her head and Mr. Wright always still wanted to show theirs off too. Well, let me ask you, Prosecutor Gavin. Why do you play the air guitar? Ah! It would seem the answers we seek can be found in such the same place. I never gave it that much thought, actually. I always just whip it out. Why, Frotlin, what a wonderful piece of evidence you have there. But I imagine no matter what you present, it would be impossible for it to be more persuasive than your beauty. Too bad it doesn't work in that way in court, too. Did I ever mention that I'm a graduate of this fine institution? The mock trials. They sure bring back memories. So many unforgivable battles. Really? So you stood on that stage too? Yeah. I wailed on my air guitar, rocked out to the beat, and exposed crimes for all to see. You could say it's where my hard rockin' prosecutorial style made it its debut. Hard rocking prosecutorial style. How did your mock trial turn out? A tuning, baby. I brought the house down and the crowd on its feet. Ever since, the Academy has held a live concert in conjunction with the mock trials. All I wanted to know is how the mock trial turned out. What? Okay, so Gavin also said nothing about this costume. When my first thought was like, I hope it doesn't give you any too much trauma, Apollo. Well, actually, to be fair, Apollo wouldn't know that Laywer was his mother. Not yet, at least. So what are you doing here, Prosecutor Gavin? I'm here for the same reason as your boss, to give a lecture and a training seminar. So he's the famous prosecutor they invited. And I have another crucial role to play. The Gavners are getting back together for a one-time special performance. But isn't one of your guys in prison? Even though you guys disbanded? Which was a shame, by the way. Really. Apollo, you're the reason they broke up. You're the one who convicted one of crime. Yeah, I know how much you adored our music, her forehead. Anyways, I studied abroad in Germany to get my badge early, but I did graduate from here. Wait, so that performance Junie mentioned, I see you've already heard about that. One student representative was selected to sing on stage with us on stage. And the stage was supposed to look like this tomorrow. Two big banners and paired with a wicked statues. This is just an illustration, but it's not half bad. Wicked statues. Wait, are those supposed to be you and Mr. Wright? Bingo, Frotlin. And now they were so big and magnificent. It was what a terrible waste. But the worst part of this whole thing is my long-awaited reunion with my mentor never came to pass. Wait, don't tell me your mentor was Prof. Court. She was the one She was the one who taught me how to think about the law. So Constance Courts was your professor here at the academy? She may have taught the judge courses, but she had a huge impact on me. She was fond of saying the end is only justified through the proper means. She wouldn't tolerate dishonorability and always referred to it was right beyond all else. I can't feel Prosecutor Gavin's sadness. Oh no, I think I'm gonna cry. Athena, are you tearing up? No! Someone's just chopping onions in here. So I can't blame you. Prosecutor Gavin knows a lot of who he is to Professor Court. Exactly. So as you can see, we're both joined in pursuit, so to speak, yeah? Now, let's rock this place hard. Huh? I don't follow. Let's rock what? Forget already her forehead? I said I'll help you explain the mock trial. We're going to reprise it right here in the lecture hall. Let us help catch the killer. Her killer. October 23rd, see Miss Legal Academy. 3rd floor, lecture hall. Right. The stage is ready. And you forehead, ready to rock? No, the defense is not ready to rock. You saw the actual mock trial earlier, right? Just rock, you'll do fine. Besides, we have the script right here. Jeannie's masterpiece, the one everyone's been talking about. Ja, and there's only one in existence. I borrowed it, if you will. Now, Frodelin, we need you to play the part of the defendant and the judge as per the script. Okay, got it. I only read the case outline so far. I don't know how it actually turns out, so I'll treat this like I'm prosecuting a real case. You, Forehead, will be playing the part of the fledgling lawyer, the role you were born to play. All evidence is also here with us. We'll have everything we need to reprise the mock trial. Trace me in. Let's get started. Defendant slash judge Destinies Sykes is psyched and ready to rock. Court is now in session for our reenactment of the mock trial. Or what I like to call the mock trial. Ja, and a due mockery perhaps, but a trial is still a trial. Achoo, baby. But nothing holds barred. Let's rock. Can't we take this easy today? It may be just a mock of a mock, but there's only one way to compete. You play to win. So remember, each time I catch you slacking off, I'm pulling you in contempt of court. Great. A judge that voices her own objections and abuses her judicial power. You see why she's a defense attorney, Apollo. Now then, Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statement, if you please. You got it, fraudulent judge. Our case is set in a school, very much like this one. A victim, a professor, female. The defendant, an archery club member, also female. Oh, me. Oh my, I'm just innocent. Innocent, I tell you! That's some seriously bad acting, Frodelin. She's a lawyer, not an actor. Anyways, the victim's body was discovered in the middle of the quad. Here's a shot of the crime scene. Ironically, it was Professor Court who was posed as the corpse. Her forehead? How did the mock trial participants react to this photo? Mr. Newman was surprised that Professor Court was wearing. He reacted with, "Oh, the green sweatsuit." That's not exactly what I would pick to focus on. So why would he care about that? Ah, too much for fledgling to know what's important. That one, in any case. Both the mock trial and the actual case. Professor Court was wearing a... I think the actual photo had some, like, you know, there was some blood coming from the wound, you know, in the actual photo. You know, because in the actual photo, she's actually dead. Moving right along. Hey, wait a sec. The body was discovered in the same area as the mock trial, though. Although it was a stage. Yeah, that's true. She also did. Also, both her hands were up above the body in the actual one. And the other one, she was not holding the wound, as in, like, it was just a stage photo. You know. Her hands were not near the arrow. Plus, the murder weapon and arrow and the lack of blood are also the same. That's right. And there lies the significance of this mock trial. So let's keep rocking it hard, just like that. Before the crime occurred, the defendant was to meet with the victim in the quad. Let's see here. When I arrived at our meeting place, I found the professor with an arrow in her stomach. But it wasn't me! I didn't kill her! You don't have to ham it up like that, Asina. It's called getting into character, her forehead. Don't be such a wet blanket. Right. Let's see. Oh, yeah, then Hugh said... Afraid Coed used her bare hands to stab her professor with the arrow. I don't think so. At the time of the murder, a male student was seen holding a bow in the archery club room, which has a clear view of the quad. He shot the arrow into the victim before my client even got there. Forehead. That foreign swagger does not suit you in the least. Order! 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 Especially you, Mr. Justice! Me? But I was just trying to get into it like Mr. Earl Rocker said. So, the victim was shot from the archery club before the meeting even took place. Hence, the defendant could not have been the killer. That seems to be the defense's assertion. Prosecutor Gavin, do you have any objections? The officer reports notes that the edge of the victim's wounds were unusually ragged. Could such a physical trauma possibly result from an arrow being shot from a bow? Nah. 9. I believe the victim was impaled with the arrow by hand, post-mortem. In short, the real murder weapon was not the arrow at all. When Robin was he had a tough time determining the real murder weapon. Well, he is just a student, a warm-up act, while I'm the real deal, the headliner, so to speak. The true murder weapon was most likely the L that was left in the art room. An awl? What's that? I mean, an awl, you say? What might that be? It's kind of a tool used for poking holes in the paper, and wood and other materials. Thank you. It's kind of like an ice pick. I even have a photo of it here if you're interested. Gross. It's all bloody up until the handle. Please tell me it's just paint. Most likely fraudulent. Pretty realistic, ja? Now let's pretend it's real blood for now. The defendant's prints were lifted from the murder weapon. Furthermore, traces of the victim's blood were discovered in the art room. That's where I believe the murder actually took place. So the question now is, how did the body get from the art room to the stage? The murder took place in the third floor art room, but the body was found in the quad. It must have been quite a chore moving that body all that way. Not at all. There are maintenance areas and the storehouse right outside the art room. And a cart to use to carry balls was found there. Oh, I think I've seen one of those before, but that's a pretty big one. A jumbo-sha? Big enough to fit a person or a body in it. The defendant dropped the body from the art room window and then moved it with the cart. That's how the high school girl could easily move a body all by herself. You don't say!
Objection!
A body dropped from the 3 stories up would show some signs of massive blunt force trauma.
Objection!
That may be true, but you failed to account for the large high jump mat in the storehouse. A body dropped onto such a mat would show no signs of blunt force trauma. Yikes. It's almost scary how similar this whole case is to the mock trial proceedings. Quite the crafty killer. In an attempt to cast suspicion on the archery club, they moved the body to the quad where it would be easy shot from the club room. Then the killer faked the murder weapon by inserting an arrow into the Aldo's stab wound. Sounds like he has only a high praise for Junie's script. Were there any further arguments from the defense? Nope. It seems like the teacher who was playing the judge was satisfied too. Time for the finale then. Your verdict, if you please, fraudulent judge. Huh? Oh, right, that's me. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Juniper Woods. Wait a second. Even if this is just a mock trial of a mock trial, I don't want to declare Junie guilty. Yeah, perhaps that's not such a good idea. Let's end our mock trial here. Besides, it's about time I get back to my investigation. Thanks you two. That little run-through of the mock trial cleared up quite a few things. Achoo, baby. The prosecution's already got a witness iced up too. That was quick. Prosecute Blackwell's almost too good. You're sure in the helpful mood today, Prosecutor Gavin. Well, like I said, I wanted to catch whoever killed. I just want to catch whoever killed, and there's no reason for me to start butting into heads with you two. Anyways, I want to say goodbye. As so far, I'm sure I'll be seeing you later. I always thought prosecutors were all a rather scary bunch. But Prosecutor Gavin seems pretty nice. Yeah, he's not so bad as prosecutors go. We should get back to investigating too. We don't have nearly enough information yet. And we also have to tell Mr. Wright that we accepted Junie's case. Right, looks like we have our work cut out for us. I don't think we showed up to follow our attorney's badge yet. Oh nice, your attorney's badge. That's the first thing you want to present when you meet someone new. Exactly, Apollo! Apollo gets it! It's the first thing I do every time! I heard that's what all the lawyers do. You heard that? From whom? Who else, Mr. Wright? Just remember, your badge comes first. See, Athena? Check it out. This is my attorney's badge. Ooh, that's insane. That's intense. I want to present mine like that too. Ha! Ha! Yes, nice one, Athena. Keep it up. I don't care if it's totally unrelated to the case or just plain annoying or even embarrassing. No? You don't like it when I shove my attorney's badge in other people's face? How could you? Just keep presenting evidence without any regards for others. That's the first step toward becoming a successful trial lawyer. Leave it to me. I'll present one piece after another, and then another. Yes, we're also forgetting that Apollo actually has a little bit of a lever. A twirling love triangle. Juniper sure is popular with the guys. Of course she is. She's pretty. Plus she has a sweet and caring personality. I know what you're thinking. Why can't Asino be like more like that, right? Ah! No! That thought never crossed my mind. Let's see. Panicked, sorrow. Yep, that's exactly what crossed his mind. Okay, Polo's not saying shit about it, right? Yet. Not right now, at least. At least he's not traumatized. Not yet, at least. But, you know, this is starting to get some very... Wait, hold on. I have to read this again. I have to read that again. The mock trial was quite the heated battle. Mr. Wright didn't even hear me when I said I wanted to see it. That was so unfair. We should have done rock, paper, scissors to decide who got to watch. I know I totally would have beaten you. How could you know that? The game's totally random. No, I can tell you favor scissors. I mean, the proof is sticking right out of your head. Huh? What are you talking about? Like I said, it's right there on your head. A most prominent feature in this case is how closely it resembles the script. That makes it a tough one because we have to have a firm understanding of them both. No sweat, we can reenact my trial as many times as we want by reading the script. I'll check out the court records and commit it to memory later. Good. I bet the script and the mock trial are going to be the centerpiece of the real trial. Make sure you know them inside and out. Yes, sir, Mr. Justice! Mr. Justice. Careful, I would could get used to that. Apollo! Any advice on how to investigate this case? Starting by interviewing people about the basic facts. Interviewing people, got it! Hey, you there! Can you tell me what the... Whoa, hold on, Athena. The trial's tomorrow, so try to limit it to people who have some relation to the case. Okay, got it! Let's limit the interview pool. Right. You might also want to take it down a notch, otherwise you'll be dead by tomorrow. He wants me to calm down at a time like this! Junie's fate rests in my hands! I just have to win this one! Okay, let's move. Let's go back to the agency first. Oh, hi, Trucy! Here's my badge. Hey, that's an attorney's badge! Promise me you won't make it disappear? Ah! What do you mean? What mean thing to say? Do I look like someone who would do something like that? No, I didn't mean it like that. Anyways, I hear they reissue badges that get lost. So, hey, isn't that great? That means you'll have nothing to worry about. Yeah, but seriously, please don't make mine disappear. I wouldn't want to have to explain. Wow, thanks, Athena. That'll make a great new prompt for my magic act. Huh? But that's... So, what kind of trick should I do with it? Make it disappear? Burn it? Rip it in two? Let's just save that little fun detail for later. Aw, you're no fun. Hey! Is that the morning paper? Something like that. It's a school paper. I was thinking your magic trick would make a great article. Really? A newspaper article about my tricks? That'd be so cool! The moment the interview starts, I'd suddenly disappear, shocking the interviewer. Without an actual interview, all they would call the article, the interview that it vanished. I'll just leave it at that. Wow. Okay, Trissy also has nothing to say about it. Figured one of the people who had to deal with it. A school festival. Why did you take me with you? Oh, only Mr. Wright was officially invited. Apollo and I were just taking along, but we are lawyers after all. Well, my magic act would have made a great warm-up for the mock trial. that has seen how the most crucial evidence could vanish in a blink of an eye. That's probably precisely why Mr. Wright didn't invite you. You know, it's despite the fact that you're his daughter. Adopted daughter, but still daughter. Asina, don't you think that the Right Anything Agency has run its course? What do you mean? Isn't it obvious? It's time for the Right Anything Academy. And you, Asina, I want you to be the head of our psychological department. Oh, what other departments will we have? Well, I'd be the head of magic department. And we'll have a Courts of Steel department and bluffing department. I wonder who would be the heads of those! It's a mystery! But then who would be the head of the toilet cleaning department? Oh, it's the joke that Apollo's still the... Okay. Guess back. October's the 24th. Steamus Legal Academy. Floor 1 hallway. Ah, Mr. Wright! I heard the arrested her friend Juniper. Yeah, Detective Fulbright just took her in. I refuse to believe that one of our students is capable of murder. We must prove her innocence by any means necessary. The ends justify the means. What do you mean? The ends justify the means. I, Professor Means, will always say that what I mean, and I mean by what I say by all means. Here's to our STEAM Academy. We train our students to produce meaningful results. You believe in Juniper's innocence, do you not? Of course I do! Junie would never wouldn't even hurt a fly! God, I hate that smile so much. Precisely. We have justice on our side. The only other thing we need are results. We had justice on our side the entire time, sir. It's like, here's Apollo. We had justice on our side the whole time. It's the height of the folly in danger. Your client is falling by pursuing all means possible. Sure, I want to prove her innocence, but I don't like the sound of the ends justify the means part. Well, you're still young and idealistic, so it's no wonder you fail to see the wisdom therein. There is but one thing to do now. I must personally take up Juniper's defense. You're going to take her case, Professor Means? I may be a professor, but I'm still a licensed to practice law. In fact, I have even battled Professor Court in, well, court. No kidding. So you guys were rivals or something. No, nothing of the sort. She was an esteemed colleague at the academy and in court. You see, both Professor Court and I graduated from this academy at the top of our classes. Wow, I bet they both used to really bring it. Now, if you excuse me, I had best go discuss the case with Juniper. Professor Means, please wait. I didn't want to say anything, but Apollo and I already agreed to take her case. It's true, Juniper is counting on us to prove her innocence. Really now, you two. And when were you going to plan to tell me? Preferably when we were alone, just... Sorry, boss. I know we should have asked first, but... Relax. Your friend was just hauled all the way in front of your eyes. Sometimes you just have to make snap decisions. And I think you made the right one. How wonderful! Very well, Cecina Sykes. Let me ask you just one thing. As a lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else? That's an easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients. What a wonderful answer. Juniper must be overjoyed to have a friend such as you. As her professor, I too shall do whatever I may to help her. And of course, you decide to take the ends justify the means strategy. Come see me at once. Let's hope it never comes to that. Now, if you excuse me. Well, time's a-wasting. You better start investigating and fast. But first, how about I tell you everything I know so far? Yes, please! Oh, wait, we already showed you your badge. Have you learned anything new about the case? Actually, I ran into Prosecutor Gavin, and he told me something interesting. Seems the murder took place in the art room. There's traces of a large pool of blood in there. So the police believe the body was moved from there to the stage. What? Really? Just like in the mock trial again. Okay, fine. I'll show up to Phoenix our badge. Again. The police are searching the art room. But whether they find anything, well, what? Come to think of it. Let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded around here. Huh? Are we even allowed to do that? It's no big deal as long as we leave it to exactly the way we found it. Plus, no, never mind. Now, where was I again? But there's really no need to talk about it right here, right now. I want you two to find out for yourselves. Okay, fine. Only because my chat demands it. Oh, a shiny news attorney's badge. Brings back memories. I've heard countless people... I heard that countless people live in dread because of your pointer finger. Were you really that scary back then, Mr. Wright? Strike one. I've always just been as you see me here. A harmless sheep in wolf's clothing? Strike two. Do you have an old picture? Do you have an old picture of yourself? Wait, never mind. I'm not sure if I want to see it. Strike three. You're out. Would Phoenix have anything to say? We actually have more evidence. Listen, Asina, there's a certain amount of etiquette involved in presenting evidence. You're free to shove things this or that into my face, but at least get my attention first by giving me some sort of warning. In other words, do as I say, not as I do. Things like that sure seem scream out. School days, don't they? Were you involved in any extracurricular activities in school papers or mock trials? No, that wasn't my saying. I was an art major. An art major? Then how did you become a famous attorney? It's kind of complicated. And when I say kind of, I mean really complicated. There's like a whole trilogy you need to play, Asina. It takes like 120 hours. You'll be fine. Actually, you'll really only need... Actually, to get the Phoenix's story, all you need to do is play the first game. And the Turnabout Memories from... Oh. You must really mean it. I'm picking up a lot of complex emotions in his voice. I got an achievement for that! Fuck yeah! I'm so glad you made me show him my badge again. Because then I would remember about other evidence I have to show him. So were you shocked by your conversation with Professor Means? I guess so. Actually, that was pretty shocking. The dark age of the law. I'm sure you've heard of those words before. Sure, a number of times. Prosecutors file false charges, and lawyers fight back by fabricating evidence. There's a lot of going on around these days. But the question is, how is it related to the case at hand? Training students to produce results. That is the school's policy. Well, that's in and of itself isn't a bad thing, right? As long as those results come by fair and honest means. Oh, but that's what Professor Means says. The ends justify the means. To survive the dark age of the law, you must use any means necessary. Fabrication of evidence and false charges are unavoidable in the quest for results. That's what they are preaching here at Siemens Legal Academy. But what will happen to our legal system if the results are all that matter anymore? Relax, it's just a rumor. I would take it with a grain of salt if I were for you. Oh, that's a relief. He's got me going there for a minute. Wait a second. What if Mr. Wright examined the victim's body for a reason? Maybe he was worried someone might actually tamper with the evidence. I think that's all about wraps up what I know so far. The facts of the case that closely resembles Mr. Wood's script is obviously important. Knowing that, you should probably try and identify what's the same and what's different. Okay, I'll try talking to as many people as I can on campus. October 24th, SEMA Legal Academy. 3rd floor lecture hall. Look! There's Hugh! Hey, Hugh! Oh, it's you two. Do you want something? Do you find anything? You said you were going to do some investigation of your own. Nope, nothing yet. I'm afraid it's not looking very good for Juniper. You don't really think Juniper could have done something like this, do you? Only the author and the victim knew the contents of the script. Both the stage and the art room were the exact same as described therein. Nobody could mimic the crime scene like that unless they already read the script or wrote it. But look, Professor Means is better able to handle it than you two. So just leave it to him. There it is again. I'm picking up some sort of discord in Hugh's voice. Well, your attorney's badge looks brand new. That just shows how unexperienced and useless you are. Says the guy who doesn't even have his fucking badge yet! So fuck you. Well, when you get your badge, it'll be new and shiny too! You mouse breathers just don't get it, do you? My badge will be a symbol of my genius from the moment I get it. It will be chipped, bent, and worn as it's been through countless courtroom battles. It's like some hipster's doofus. Is it just me or is it your name here? That is my name, but how should I know what it's doing here? But that's the whole campus looks up to me. I'm not surprised to find my name mentioned here and there. I'm not surprised he says that, being the narcissist he is. That's from the Archer Club. We let the school use it for the mock trial. Never figured it would end up being used like it was. Of course, the real murder weapon isn't arrow at all. I know, but the fact remains it was used in this whole Inderus plot. But the mouse breeder like you couldn't possibly understand. You see, archery is a sport that demands advanced mental focus. And the killer's actions have done harm to its image. I know exactly what you mean, except for the mouse breeder remark. Oh, let's hope not someday you will, because even more self-evidence. I like him less and less every time he opens his mouth. I don't like him either. So you really declared that you'd confess to Junie if you won the mock trial? Because he definitely was not the shy type. Yeah, well, that's just the genius that is me. My thoughts and actions are on a whole other level than you mouse breathers. No, it's your vanity that's on the whole nother level. Random junk from some mouse breather. What makes you think I want to see that? At least you could do is make it more interesting, like by telling me how cool I am. Who does this guy think he is? I get it. This is your way of mocking my defeat. You like shoving people's shame in their faces. That's your modus operandi. No, that wasn't my intention. Besides, you never actually were defeated. Oh, I suppose you're right. Or is that just a trick intended to provoke me? That wasn't my intention either! Then what was your intention? I know, you're trying to toy with my emotions. Wow, this guy can't take being humbled. Can't be taken humbled old country style. Well, do we know what that means? We need to bring out Lotta Hot! Oh, but oh man, we haven't seen her since Investigations 2. Okay, now let's actually fucking talk to this loser. Hugh, would you mind telling me a little bit about yourself? Whatever. I'm 6'1", and under this universe, I'm 100% lean muscle. My grades are outstanding, and I'm the ace of the archery club. Needless to say, I've never missed my mark. Oh, and I'm incredibly humble too. How can you even say that with a straight face? Those around me call me a genius, but I pay them no mind. When it comes to the tests, I always get 100%, so I suppose it's only natural for us to say that I'm a genius. But as I said before, I pay them no mind. I heard you the first time. But what about the mock trial? It sounded like you were about to lose to Robin. Heh, there was a very good reason for that. You see, right before the mock trial started, I saw the body. You saw the body? Right, and I was so distraught that I basically handed Robin a victory. Hugh, would you mind telling us a little more about that? Right before the mock trial, the campus was empty. Everyone was here in the lecture hall. Your attention, please. This is an announcement from the mock trial committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and faculty, please proceed at once to the lecture hall. That's right. There wasn't that announcement and everyone came in here. The only exception were the mock trial participants. Juniper, Robin, and I were in our own personal dressing rooms next door. Wow, your own personal dressing rooms. That's the total VIP treatment. Actually, they were for student-teacher meetings. They don't even have windows. So I headed over to the archery arena on the other side of the quad. I did some meditation while I waited. It's the best way to relax. Then just before the mock trial was to start, I headed back towards the main building. As I walked across the quad, I passed in front of the stage. So that's when you saw the body? Right. It was quite a shock. As much as I hate to admit it, my legs were shaking. I could easily have beaten Robin if it hadn't been for that. Wait, hold it right there. You went through the mock trial even though you have just discovered a body? Why didn't you tell anyone? I mean, we were talking about someone getting killed here. I think I know why. Was it because of this? Ah, where did you get that? So this is an article. The article from the Mr. Errol is true. Winner of the mock trial would get to make his confession to Junie. Right, but if I reported the body, the whole thing would be called off. He really wanted to win that bad? Bad enough to ignore a dead body? Sorry, but that's not normal. Or could there be love for Junie really be that strong? Thanks for sharing that important piece of information with us. It may prove useful at tomorrow's trial. Good, because that's all I have to say about the matter. Thanks, and don't worry, we'll prove Juniper's innocence, you'll see. I can't say you two inspire much confidence. Okay, Cena, what's next? Well, to the crime scene. Outdoor stage. I thought the area was cornered off. Hey, the police are discussing something over there. Ooh, I know. I'll just quietly sneak over first. Listen. Here goes. Ah! Isina! Watch where you're... Huh? Eek! Ouch! Who put this stupid box here? Wait. Eek! Paul! This box! There's... What now? There's someone or something inside. Don't let it be a snake! You morons just blew my cover. What the? There really is someone inside. That someone is me, Miriam Scutterbutt. And I'm a senior in the judge course. What's with the box? It's the fate of we who live in the shadows. There's a very good reason why none may see my face but the light of day. Wait, if you're taking the judge course, did you write a mock trial script too? You really want to see my script that bad? Well, you better watch out. Read it without my permission, and yo boy, if you hadn't. Who cares? I'm sure it was rejected for a good reason. If you want to give me a present, slip it through the hole in my box. Or if it was too big, you can open the top and give it to me that way. So it's just gonna be either way, it creeps me out. I love this newspaper. The paper quality, the printing method, the smell of the ink. Could it be more perfect? Is it really that amazing? You just don't get it, do you? Toilet paper, hamster cage lining, the window whippers. My paper is so awesomely versatile. Am I to understand that the contents run the entire spectrum of the fecal matter as well? Was that the majority opinion? Yep! My behind-the-scenes maneuvers threatened the description worked like a charm. Miriam, this may come as a surprise to you, but that is called cheating. Says you. I didn't break the law. Besides, the ends justify the means. That's what they teach us here. Apparently, some people are already thriving in the dark age of the law. Alright, let's talk to her. Oh, so you're studying to be a judge too? You must be classmates with Juniper. Are you friends of hers? Juniper? Sure, she's my friend. That's why I'm gathering info. Now, tell me all you know. For tomorrow's trial. For tomorrow's trial? What are you talking about? I'm gonna take the stand, naturally. So the witness for the prosecution is some weirdo in a cardboard box. This disguise. This is how I get my scoops. But you're right. It's me. So tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. Wait a second, Miriam. Repeat what you just said. A lawyer with brains as bad as his ears. Poor Juniper. I'm taking the stand tomorrow. Tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. Clear enough for you this time? I thought so. I seen it. My bracelet's reacting. Really? That means a lie already? That was quick. Yeah, because this is the only time we can use this bracelet or else the talk. Okay, listen again. I think this is what I gotta do. That's strange. You suddenly tighten your grip when you say, for Juniper's sake. It's like you're subconsciously tensed up because you're lying. What are you talking about? When did I ever lie? Okay, then, let me ask you this. Why were you selected as a witness? That's an easy one. I'm the editor-in-chief of the Seamus Herald. I know everything there is to know around campus, even the darkest of secrets. Editor-in-chief, huh? Pretty impressive. Yeah, well, it's a lonely one-woman operation. I do it all myself, from the reporting to editing to publishing. Still impressed? I'm a perfect storm of journalism because I bring it all to the table. Oh, then you would love a lot of heart and the Tabby Lloyd. And this is the evidence here. An extra edition of the Seamus Herald. Published Seamus Herald, published to coincide with the mock trial. Thanks, Miriam. You revealed who you truly are. Someone who never had Ginny's best interests in mind. What? What are you questioning our friendship? Look, you may want answers, but no can do, because what you're saying conflicts with this piece of evidence. That's the Seamus Herald published. What about it? Are you really that dense? This is an article full of malicious lies about Junie. It's definitely not something a true friend of hers would write. You got it all wrong. Another staff member wrote that one. I don't think so, Miriam. You even said it yourself just moments ago. It's a one-woman operation. Or did you already forget? If you'd just given me the info you had. Stupid pawns, Juniper's just using you. Now I want the truth, Miriam. You hid in your box to collect the gossip for your CZ paper, isn't that right? You're not really friends with Juniper, are you? No, duh. She's the target of my scoops. All my readers demand her dirt. Extra, extra, the dirty little secrets of the squeaky clean student council president. Dirty little secret. Alright, what are you planning to say in court, huh? I'm a witness to her part in the crime. I'm gonna tell it all in a shocking expose. The ends justify the means. That's my brand of all-tell journalism. The ends justify the means. Wait a second. In this dark age of the law, many of us embrace Professor Means and methods, even future judges. I even adopted a ends justify the means brand of journalism, which includes tape recorders secretly hidden all over our campus, secretly recording every last words without anyone being any wiser. Does she realize that's totally illegal? And one of the others at the scene of the crime, the art room. You put a tape recorder in the art room? What did it record? You want to know? You really want to know? Yes, please. That's so nice of you to. Like I said earlier, tell you now. The big scoop comes out in court tomorrow. You really are mean, Miriam. According to my new evidence, a fatal fissure has opened between the three of them. Who? Ginny, Hugh, and Robin? What do you mean by fatal fissure? Juniper, Hugh, and Robin used to be the best of friends. Used to be. They still seem to get along fine to me. I did send some to Discord, though. You don't know anything. Professor Means has his followers, Professor Court had hers. Their influence was inescapable. Are you implying that one of them adheres to that extreme ideals you and Professor Mean have? But why would anyone follow that philosophy? How could you possibly understand? You're new around here. Miriam, wouldn't you feel better if you came out of the dark and into the light? I can see it fine in here. You'll be the one seeing the light in court tomorrow. Then you'll see how guilty Juniper Woods really is. Ugh, we're going to have to cross-examine her tomorrow. I don't know where to start. Well, let's at least take care of what we can today. You're right. Let's see what else we can find out. Okay, to the maintenance area. Probably meet up with Robin. So this is the maintenance area. Let's see. During the mock trial, Prosecutor Gavin said that the art room is right above here on the 3rd floor. And that the body was dropped from here onto a high jump mat from the storehouse. Right, and then he claimed that the body was transported to the stage in a ball cart. And then, there's somebody else here. Hey, it's Robin! Whoa! You scared the crud out of me! Yikes! Right back at ya! So what are you doing out here? I'm working out so that I can be strong enough to save Juniper! But I'm so worked up! My training brace is almost breaking at the seams! Oh, right. The girl you got arrested, so you're psyching yourself up to rescue her. Yes, because I'm the manliest of man. That's why I work out with my manly brace. Except that's what I heard some discord in that manliest men's voice of yours. I don't mean to be rude, but can you talk it without shouting? Says the man with the cords of steel, Apollo. Sorry! I'll try not to shout so much! At all possible, that is. Which is not at all possible by the sounds of it. Do you mind if we ask you some questions about as Junie's lawyers? No problem! Ask away! Keep him coming, man! Ouch! My ears ache already. Whoa! Check out your badge! What do you think? Nice and shiny, huh? Yeah, it's awesome! Aren't you going to be a prosecutor? If the plating was ever starts to peel or gets beaten and bent up, let me fix it up for you. Really? Thanks! No problemo! I'll have some primal clay and gaze ready just in case. Wait, what does clay has to do with my badge? Whoa! Did you make that? Let me fire in the kiln for you. Just give it to me and I'll take care of the rest! I think I'll pass on the kiln firing this time. Phew, touch felt there. God. This guy strings my voice. Ah! That paper! So, Robin, is this article true? The author of that article has been gunning the three of us for some reason. It's been nothing but trashy articles like this for as long as I can remember. Maybe the author just wants your attention. No way, man! The venom in those articles is way beyond that! I wonder. Look how he breaks so much glass! Or pottery, I should say. Deja vu, man! No! The final showdown was canceled because of that murder! This topic sure seems to strike our raw nerve. I hope it doesn't come back between you guys. You kidding? Our friendship? It's like a diamond, only tougher. It's like a power gag for a forest spark! It's like the calm before the storm! other words, it's under a lot of pressure and ready to blow at any moment. Okay, let's talk to him before my voice gets a little quieter. Robin, could you tell me a little more about yourself? You want to know about me? I'm a second-rate member of the Fine Arts Club. Fine Arts Club? Looks the broken pottery oppressor. Maybe at the source of that noise we heard. There's supposed to be 2 statues on the stage. It seems to recall hearing an echo that from the chord that the Fine Arts had made. 2 big banners paired up with wicked statues. That's just an illustration, but not half bad. Wicked statues? Wait, are these supposed to be you, Mr. Wright? Bingo, Ferdinand. And they were so big and magnificent too. Whoa, what a terrible waste. Say, did you create those stage statues by any chance? You bet I did! Both of them! Put my blood, sweat, and tears into those things, man! It must have been terrible seeing them all smashed up like that. Nah! I couldn't face Professor Corey if I let them like that get me down. What do you mean? Professor Court was a Fine Arts Club advisor. She was all about truth and beauty, man. She said the only good results is the truth, and that only lawyers who seek the truth through the legitimate means produce worthwhile results. Oh yeah. Professor Means absolutely murdered her. Yes, I'm totally on your guys' side. She must have been an incredible woman. Yeesh, you call me a lie when I practice my court to steal. Oh man! What does it take the prosecutor course? I mean, how am I supposed to save Juniper if I'm sending you to become prosecutor? Don't worry, I'll clear Junie's name. You'll see. The 3 of us had a dream. We swore we'd make it happen together. Prosecutor, lawyer, judge, the 3 of us would hold a fair and honest trials. The dark age of the law, ha! Where are we gonna put a nail in its coffin, man? Wow, you guys swore to do that. But no! That stupid school rule had to ruin it! School rule? Which one? Anyone with prior conviction, no matter how minor the offense, they won't be allowed to graduate from this stupid whole years of school! A tough legal academy with even a tougher rules. Ginny will never become a judge unless I can prove her innocence. And if I fail, the 3 of them will never realize their dream. It's like someone put pressure on my pressure. Well, I think I've talked to everyone who is somehow linked to the case. Okay, maybe it's about time we wrapped up our investigation. Oh, wait! We haven't met with Junie yet. Yeah, you're right. Let's over to the detention center. October 24th, detention center, visitor's room. Sina, thank you so much for coming. She called me Sina, like she used to. Maybe she's finally letting her guard down. That's your attorney's badge, isn't it? I really envy you, you know. That's gold, Okay. Let's just show her the new evidence we have. I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't go showing that around to everyone. It's okay, nobody reacted to it, like, at all. How come? I mean, it's so well made. Aren't you gonna wear it when you sing? Well, yes, unfortunately, I've been chosen to sing, but I don't think I'm up to the task. Reminds me of the old Junie when you used to talk like that. Makes me want to protect you. I can't let you do that. After all, I'm student council president. It's my job to look after our entire student body. So what if you took that can-do spirit and applied it to your singing? But we were talking about me singing in front of a huge crowd. Maybe she's over in her head. your friends in jail. Look at my attorney's badge! I feel like if I didn't present it to her, you would tell me to present it to her. I can never win. I wish the mock trial had ended better than it did. Yeah, but to have 3 good friends all play the leading roles, it's pretty amazing if you think about it. That's true, and it's thanks to the strength of our friendship. There's nothing we can do but help and support each other. I don't know. Is that really the issue here? But whenever I bring it up... Yes, that's what it's about! The friendship between the 3 of us is absolute. Asina, it's obvious that they're friends, so let's leave it at that. Yeah, I know that, but... Her words seemed kind of forced. I wish the mock... Junie, the crime unfolding is unfolding exactly like your script. Any idea what's going on here? We wanted to make it fair, so the script was kept secret until the day of the mock trial. The only people who knew the details were Professor Court and I. Nothing we haven't heard already so far. However... Yes? What is it, Junie? Well, there was one article in the school paper. You mean this one? It's more like a tabloid piece than a newspaper article, if you ask me. I've been worried about the trial would wreck the friendship between Robin, Hugh, and me. She wanted to stay friends, but both the guys are hoping to take it to the next level. Oh, the passion of high school drama. Wish I could have experienced it. And I know I shouldn't have, but... I revised the script to favor the prosecution. But Professor Court noticed it immediately and changed it back. Ah, so if Robin had won, he wouldn't have been able to confess his love for Junie. That would have been kept the trio's relationship the same. Never knew Junie could be so devious. Sorry, I guess my personal problems probably won't be of any help in court, huh? You never know. Help often comes from the most unexpected places. Thanks, Juniper. And here we go. Now just remember that she ends up having a crush on Apollo. We know this thanks to Turnabout Countdown. I was wondering about that all you had when you were arrested. Detective Fulbright, we found this in the suspect's pocket. Why, there's a bullet on this. That's evidence we made for the mock trial. Mock trial? Never heard of such a thing, but it sounds fishy to me. Real fishy. It was the murder weapon from the mock trial. Professor Court and I were prepping it in the art room until the day before the trial. I didn't even realize I still had it on me until I was arrested. Then we have nothing to worry about. There shouldn't be any way to link it to the crime. Still, that blood red color on the all bothers me. Wasn't it just paint or something? I mean, I was looking pretty far away from it, but it probably was just paint. But that's what bothers me. It wasn't on the owl when we were prepping it yesterday. It wasn't? Then how and when did it get there? Well, before the mock trial began, I showed Cena and Mr. Wright to the waiting room. And then I went back to my dressing room to get the trial props we were going to use. That's when I found the art room key, and the owl was what looked like blood on it. A key. And the owl? Professor Court normally had the art room key since she's the Fine Arts Club advisor. But since that key was in the dressing room, I thought she was the one who painted the owl to look like it had blood on it. After all, she has always insisted that the props should be realistic, so... The owl suddenly shows up on the day of the trial and what looks like blood on it. I have a real bad feeling about this. Me too, but let's let him jump to the gun on this. You and Professor Court were busy prepping for the mock trial together yesterday, right? Was that the last time you saw her? Yes, I left school around 6 p.m. Did you notice anything different about her? No, I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. She looked and acted the same as always. I would never guess she'd end up like this. It looks like we're about out of time. Thank you for coming to see me. We'll do everything we can to prove your innocence tomorrow. I know, and I believe in you, Sina. Well, I should go now. Bye. Is she gonna be alright? She looks like the shadow of the girl we met back at the academy. The Junie I know was always like that. A little weak and sickly. But the fact is that she's lifted her facade shows that she trusts us. Even still. What is it? Well, when Junie and her two friends were talking about their friendship, I sensed some discord in their hearts. Seriously? Yeah, but it was really faint. I might have been mistaken. There was no reason to doubt their friendship. Is there? Don't worry. Everything will be fine. You and Juniper are friends, right? You know that friend I mentioned to you earlier? Well, get this. Whenever something's troubling one of us, the other can just feel it. That's really friendship. I suppose you're right. Might as well forget about that and concentrate on the trial. Yep, tomorrow's the big day. Let's sort out what we know so far. Okay. The victim, Professor Court, was murdered in the art room on the third floor. Then her body was moved to the outside stage on the quad. Also, the location where we found the body was just as the mock trial the script has described. I wish those weren't the only similarities they shared. What do you mean? What I mean is the script and the case are exactly the same in almost every respect. So if it follows the actual trial, it may very unfold like the actual trial may very unfold like the mock trial did. Oh no! The mock trial ends right before the prosecution was about to win. Well, that's not gonna happen. This time, Junie will be declared not guilty. Of course, I intend to get our results the honest way. We can do this. We'll be fine. After all, I have Apollo and he's the king of being fine. Like I always say, in the great words of Apollo's justice, I'm fine. I'm gonna screenshot. That is a great quote. I have Apollo. He's the king of being fine. Okay, and saving. No. I say this to the day that dies. Those two have very sibling energy. Okay, so no. And plus, it's obvious. Apollo likes Calver. Obviously. Oh. Shoot. I forgot to save. Oh well. Shut up! It's fine! I mean, I think it would be fine. We'll have the now we can exit game. Because I'm ending here. Okay, yeah. So the game just kind of ends. So thanks for joining tonight. I won't be live tomorrow. But I'll be playing Sendoku Dynasty with Madcap and Alexa. Yeah. And like I said, it's sibling energy. There's a difference. Because Because if we're talking about like actual siblings, that would be Apollo and Tracy. Well, they're only half siblings. But, forget that. So, anyways, like I said, I won't be live, but you can catch me on either Madcap Warriors or Alexa's channel tomorrow with some more Sendoku's Dynasty. And then Saturday, we'll be back for some Stardew Valley. And then next week, Tuesday, we'll be back for the actual trial and not a mock trial. Did I say enough mocks? I wanted to say 3 in that moment. So I do believe I see Alexa is still alive. So you know what that means. You know exactly now who we're reading. It's quite obvious we're rating Alexa. I had this plan like the whole time. You need to say it mockingly. Oh, yes, the mock. Oh, that wasn't mockingly enough. Mock. I will try to figure out how to say it more mockingly. Anyways, bye. See you tomorrow or Saturday or whenever I see you next. Bye.